Hello, bankers. So, very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So, welcome to JAIIB CIB Prep. So, guys, in this particular video, we are going to talk about all about JAIIB November 2026 examination, right? So, here basically we will be discussing all the areas, the eligibility, the common strategy which we generally require for this particular examination, all the subject, their detailed modules and others, right? So, if you are targeting for JIB November 2026 examination, so this video is for you. So, we will be also integrating the experiences which we have with our recent examination, right? So, when it comes to your JIB examination nowadays, like from past 3 to 4 sessions, the exam label is a bit आपका tough, right? Tough in the sense आपका there are two things. One is anyhow you have to go through all the units after you have to prepare those particular one very well. So concept is my first recommendation to all of you. Sometime what happened like if you keep things at the end of examination, so we have detailed content or detailed the syllabus is bit vast, so it requires some time, so we miss out some areas. So I'll suggest I'm not suggesting you go through all the 4 subjects. Just start with 1 or 2 subjects, start building your concept and work around those particular things. We'll talk about luck factor also, right? So here, when it comes to this particular session, we will be discussing areas like the first one is the eligibility parameters and the passing criteria. We will be understanding all these particular things, right? Then we have the time limit or the credit, subject credit as well as grace marks rule. Then we have 4 subject, आपका the core 4 subject, and how to deal with those particular one. What is the common strategy? And I'll come up with detailed analysis for all the 4 subject, their detailed discussion, the strategy for each and individual subject as well. And when it comes to registration, so it is something like we have to take membership of IIBF and the procedure for that particular one, I'll give you a quick summary also, right? So when it comes to JIB examination or some candidate, those who are preparing for DBF things, usually I'll not suggest DBF, especially for the November session. Reason being, from August onward, you guys will be having number of examination and all. So better ki focus around those particular things. This is not kind of a things ki simultaneously you will be doing आपका bank exam preparation as well as this one, right? So I'll not suggest that particular things. For May 1 you can do it because during that period you have already done with all the examination. So November, I'll suggest ki if you are preparing for the government job examination or bank examination, just focus around those particular things instead of going for this particular certification, right? So here, guys, when it comes to JAIB, we have these 4 subjects. We will be discussing all these particular all 4 subjects in detail with their detailed module also, right? The first one is eligibility. So basically, it is for the members when it comes to JIB. But if any candidate who is not a banker, means they don't have any membership of IBA, so they can also like apply for this particular examination as a diploma in banking finance, right? So that is something which generally comes under this. When it comes to passing criteria, so this is something you have to score 50, minimum 50 आपका out of 100 marks. That is the basic requirement. But when it comes to the single attempt, not it is आपका first, it is आपका single attempt, right? So in single attempt, if you are going for all the 4 subject, so you do have this 45 marks आपका, right? So let's say in one subject you score 45, in another subject you score 47. Now in third and fourth subject, if you score 55 or 60, whatever the overall things, so the aggregate is your aggregate should be 200 or 200 plus, right? So 45 is benchmark. Anyhow, you have to score 45. If your score is 44 in one subject, in other subject you have score 70, 80. So again, you have to give that particular subject. 45 is kind of a benchmark, but aggregate आपका 200 will applicable only, or the grace marks things will be applicable only. First thing is you are going, or you are giving all the 4 subject in single attempt. The another thing is your aggregate is 200 and minimum score is 45 marks. in one or two subjects. So that is something, and other side aapka, you are scoring 50, 55, anything else, right? So credit, when it comes to credit things, this is third aapka condition. Credit is basically this related to subject credit. Let's say in one subject you have scored 45, another subject you have scored 65, and another aapka 65, and last subject again 65. So for the remaining three subject you will get credit, and in next time aapka you have to go for only that first paper itself, right? So now this credit wala thing is kind of aapka auto credit basically, right? They'll not give you an option to opt that particular one and all. Earlier they used to give this one, but now they do not give this particular option. Once you'll, let's say you have passed two paper with 50 and above, so next time anyhow you will get only aapka the option for those two paper and others. So that is something which generally comes under the credit part and all, right? So some like mostly your target should be this. If you're a banker, I'll not suggest to miss out any sort of aapka increment and all. Sometimes what happen, like during the period aapka, let's say there is some audit or some other aapka personal thing, and sometimes luck also, right? Because this session, like there are few candidates, those who are very good with the concept or they were regular aapka, sometimes they miss out. So we also feel bad for that particular one, again, for those particular one. So like this target ki, anyhow you'll be getting aapka this IIBF registration will be valid for 3 years. In 3 years they will be conducted this particular examination 6 times. So out of 6 time, any 5 time aapka you can attempt that particular one. If you miss out within 3 years or 5 attempt, you have to re-register. Then the game will become aapka from zero onward, right? So that is something which generally comes under this one. So now here, just target aapka with this, and how to achieve this particular one. I can guide you in that particular range. But sometimes the bad leg thing is also there, right? And sometimes like during the exam week, aapka we got some family stuff or even the office audit and other kind of things. So sometimes we miss out. So this is like anyhow you should not go beyond this आपका attempt to, right? And it is doable, guys, right? So this is something which you have to remember from this one. Now question type, when it comes to question type, so you will get आपका 100 question, and in JAIB mostly all the question are option driven, right? So question plus 4 options आपका, there is no negative marking. You will get 2 hours to attempt the complete paper आपका. So means you have to mark 100 out of 100, right? Because there is zero आपका negative marking, and as of now there is no negative marking, and there are very rare chances that they'll come up with this one. Okay. When it comes to 100 marks in JAIB, as of now it is आपका half marks, 1 marks and 2 marks things will be there, right? Your target should be around these two आपका. Your first target is 2 mark, then आपका 1 mark. If you target these one, this will automatically get covered. But in CAIB they made a change. Earlier for CAIB also this was the same things, but this time they made a change in CAIB that can be expected in JIB examination also. That is around all the 100 question are for 100 marks, means 1 marks each आपका, right? So that can be implemented in your JIB also. So that is something they are giving you a case study, and that is followed by 4 to 5 marks. That is, and each and every question containing 1 marker after. So that is something which generally comes under this particular one, right? Now come back to the question, your all the 4 subject. So we have 4 subject आपका. First one is your paper 1 is all about Indian economy and Indian financial system. Paper 2 is all about principle and practice of banking. Third one is your AFM, accounting and accounting and financial management for bankers, and retail banking and wealth management. All 4 subjects are equally important and equally kind of आपका difficult and easy, right? So first of all, like as we are having that enough time in our hand, so I'll not suggest any sort of you build some sort of notion around the subject. Sometimes it these kind of things आपका which generally like they create some sort of problem at the end. Okay? We also have that same learning, so we can suggest those particular things. So when it comes to I and IFS, now people were having some sort of key, will they ask current affairs? Answer is no. Okay? In previous to previous session, there was 3-4 question, but this time there was 0 आपका question. Even if they ask with the basic areas and others, PPB is bit lengthy subject. We have 55 units, 45 here, 55 here. But this is something which is like what you will feel when you study this particular subject, you will feel very comfortable कि you know all these particular things. But when you'll come to the examination, you'll see there is a very thin line आपका in between what we do और आपका what the act or the guideline says, right? So that is something that create a problem here. Then AFM is आपका completely conceptual subject, work around the concept, that will help you. Variety of question or practice will help you in this one. And the fourth one is RBWM. It is some part is from the PPB, retail banking portion, and wealth management, where we have your wealth management is marketing areas and all. So that is something which generally comes under this one, right? So when it comes to numericals, here almost aapka nil or zero numericals kind of. There are few areas that is with concept driven. Zero numericals again, and NPA and other things are part of, very little. Okay? So you can assign a weightage of 5 to 7 marks for both. Here you can expect 20 to 25 marks on an average. It can go to aapka 30 marks also numerical driven, right? Here also aapka 5 to 10 marks. 10 marks up to 10 marks because module D, sometime if they made these particular one at moderate level, they generally try to create some problem with this final paper itself, right? So we have four subjects which are part of your JIB curriculum, and each subject contain 4 modules, right? So when it comes to module wise areas, module A, which is for the paper one aapka, right? So it is all about the Indian economic architecture. So the basic of Indian economy, the fundamentals, right? So when it comes to economy related terminology, this is something which is conceptually a bit important, right? Then third one is aapka static, data driven things, aapka banking system and all kind of things. Then this is aapka, because this is one of the lengthiest one, we have 17 units which are part of this particular curriculum. Then when it comes to PPB, it is आपका module A and B, which contain about 70% of your curriculum. Here it is like 35% आपका 10. Then we have 20, 25%, 20% I can give, 20% I can give, ठीक है. So it is आपका 50, 70, 75, or even आपका 15 to 20% here, right? So 15 to 20%, rest you can add on these particular one. But when it comes to PPB, first two subject they contain 41 unit, 2 module आपका, right? So 20, 21 आपका. So this is something which is bit important, and if you prepare this portion very well, it will help you here also, right? So this is something. Then technology, the basic one, and the ethics आपका only 5 or 7 units are there, 5 unit only, right? When it comes to AFM, all the 4 module are equally important. So first module is all about the basic fundamentals, the concept building and other things. So I'll suggest follow in a sequence only, right? Then after this, then third one is where we have some numericals and आपका the interpretation part from the accounting things. Then taxation and costing. This module is all about the costing thing. Taxation, we have only 2 units. One is taxation, another one is GST, and it contain max to max 5 marks from this one. Rest after 15 to 20 marks from the costing things and all, right? So this is something which generally comes into this. Now retail banking, wealth management, first 4 unit, only 4 unit are there. The basic understanding. Then आपका from PPB, this will help you. Then this is something, these 2 module are very very important from this particular area itself. These 2 module are kind of like they contain almost your आपका 60% of the overall things. 60% you can say, 30% and 10% आपका. This is something how they generally ask. I'll come up with a detailed video subject wise. The learning from last 2-3 session we will be integrating, how they are changing things and all, that also we will be discussing. The first paper, IA and IFS, this is one of the most important paper. Reason being, it generally give you some sort of आपका confidence or faith for the next आपका AFM and PPB, because most of the time you will see आपका two paper back to back, that is AFM and PPB, you guys are going to face even in November also. So that is something कि if you score well in this particular subject, that is something which will help you and it will keep your morale up, right? The first module A, where we have the economic planning, sector of economy, and all these particular areas, the core areas from this particular unit. Module B is आपका economic concept. This is something which is anyhow you have to go through the concept areas. So आपका macro fundamentals, demand and supply, money supply, inflation, theories of interest, business cycle, monetary fiscal policy, GDP concept, and other areas, right? When it comes to your module C, It is all about banking structure, regulation, NBFC. This is bit static. Module D is which contain about 35 to 40% marks आपका in your examination. So it is आपका bit vast also. ठीक है. So all these topic and interesting topic also. So which is related to areas itself, right? Then we have PPB. So as I said, module A and module B, okay, they contain almost 70% of your overall curriculum, right? And this is something which is related to banking or our day-to-day activities and all these particular things. Then we have module C, technology and आपका ethics. So here, when it comes to general banking, banker-customer relationship, KYC, AML, we have deposit accounts, clearing corporation, remittances, all these one. When it comes to B, आपका lending principle, appraisal, collaterals, recovery law, contract of indemnity, priority sectors, MSMEs and others. आपका module C is all about technology, CBS, digital delivery channels. We have exchange traded funds, digital payment system, NPCI, and the product itself, cyber crimes, fraud, and other areas. D is all about ethics. आपका 7 to 10 marks question you can expect from this particular one. And important, five topic are there. 7 to 10 marks you can expect from this particular one also, right? AFM, when it comes to AFM subject, module, you have to follow sequence wise. Module A, the basic introduction of accounting, accounting standard, procedures, आपका right. Then we have your journal ledger, subsidiary, BRS, depreciation, trial balance, bill of exchange, audit. Module C आपका where we have module B, balance sheet equation, final account preparation, company account 1 and 2, cash flow, fund flow, core banking system, that is the another one. Okay. When it comes to module C, it is bit interpretation related areas, ratio analysis. We have interest, annuities and YTM, forex arithmetic, cost of capital, capital investment. These are very important topic from this unit. Equipment leasing, working capital finance and derivatives. Okay. So that is something. D is आपका taxation and GST, cost and management accounting, costing method, standard marginal costing, budget and budgetary control. The final paper is RBWM. Here we have retail banking introduction. This third and fourth topic. Mostly you'll see question around this one, 2 numericals also, right? Module B is, this is something which is repetition of your PPB. Product delivery, credit scoring. We have retail liability and asset product, credit card, debit card, digitalization, AI integration, recovery. When it comes to module C, support services, this is bit important or something new and interesting also. Very important one. And module D is all about wealth management. Again, aapka nowadays, from last 2 sessions, they are focusing around this particular part. Some numericals also, they are asking based on this particular one. So, 4 subject, each subject contain aapka 4 module. And all 4 module are equally important. Okay? So I'll not suggest ki as of now put any sort of notion in your mind ki just focus around the areas that will help us aapka to prepare well, right? So this is something like my suggestion is ki even if you start with 1 or 2 subject, na, like you can start with IN, IFS in PPB or IN, IFS in AFM. Why these 2 subjects? Because first paper is bit important. Second one is something that week you guys are going to face 2 paper back to back, right? If you'll prepare well with those particular subject, that time you'll not get any sort of threat. Like even if there is some sort of contingency also, you will be able to manage things and all, right? So that is something what I'll recommend, and do not delay, because see, like once we pass out this particular things, you'll get some sort of confidence. Then you have CIB, then others. If you'll engage yourself in these kind of studies and all, believe me, you'll start liking your job, or you will be getting some sort of additional aapka motivation also, right? Apart from that money, you will get something like you want to do some sort of other certification, and also you want to grow in that particular one, right? So when it comes to the registration process for your JAIIB November 26 examination, registration will start from the month आपका August 2026, right? So August 2026, आपका first week of August 2026. For that, first you have to take IIBF membership. So once you're done with IIBF membership, आपका, then you have once they'll start taking आपका enrollments for the November examination, then you can आपका apply for this one. For first time, the fee is 4,000 plus GST. If you have already आपका registered earlier and you miss out your paper, आपका any paper, so it will be 1,300 plus आपका GST itself, right? Now, one thing which I'll always suggest to everyone, कि when you preparing for this particular examination, though you are preparing from any platform, from anywhere, or even through the self-study and anything, your first step should be around the concept thing. So this is something आपका highly recommended, right? So my suggestion to all your bankers, like first start with the concept things. This is something which you will study here now. That will also help you in your CIB examination, and that is something आपका just try to building your concept around those particular things. Concept with MCQ, that will help you to like when we teach, basically what we do, we generally like talk around the concept followed by a, let's say there is one topic, there are 10 subtopic. So topic आपका introduction, then आपका first subtopic, then followed by some question, because it creates some sort of engagement. So first setup, then आपका MCQ, then you can go for the module wise revision. You can assess yourself through the mock test and others things, and exam marathons will help you to recall whatever you have done in the past, right? So take it this particular goal or JIB goal as a challenge. And what I'll suggest ki just आपका follow this process. Believe me, no one can stop you to pass this examination. All right. So this is all about your JIB examination. Now, if you come to the courses, so you can study from any platform. All are trying to trying their best. The only thing is like you have to study. Huh? Sometimes the challenge is you have taken course. That doesn't means you will get certified from the IIBF. That is a different thing, and your platform is a different thing, right? So this is something key. My personal suggestion, like you can go with any things wherever you are comfortable, wherever you can build areas and all, and you can simultaneously start preparing things for this flow which I have tried to explain you, right? And if you study with us, so we have your we generally launch only one course, and that course is valid for how many months? I guess 15 months आपका, ठीक है? So this is for 15 months, or आपका you will get like until you will get the get past this particular examination. Sometime what happened ki, let's say we have launched a course for 15 months or 1 year. If somebody missed out due to some personal reason or others, we will, I can promise ki we will extend those particular one. We do these kind of thing. We have done in past also. So, but this is like 15 months is too big time, right? So like your goal is not stuck with the JIB examination for 15 months. We'll try ki we will be able to clear this particular one in single attempt. And aapka like heart to heart, if anything happen, so next term aapka we will be able to clear this one, right? It will cost you around 2,000. So 2010 rupees, I guess, exactly aapka whatever the amount. I have taken this particular one from the website only. So you'll get this particular link, you will get in the description. So what you will get here, all things aapka, concept classes you will get, and not summary in detail aapka, right? Unit wise MCQs, mock test. Now one thing, so as of now we were doing classes in English medium only, so now onwards we will be doing for English medium also, right? So a combination of English medium dedicated will be there, but apart from this there are some other people who will be joining us. So we will be driving classes in aapka both one set. So what you will have, what benefit you will get, let's say AFM aapka, right? So there will be two faculty, A and aapka B. So A will be teaching in English medium, B will be teaching in aapka English medium, right? So if you are comfortable with this, you can go with this. If you are comfortable with, you'll go with this. So that choice is your, right? So this is something aapka which is minimal, because this is content cost. I cannot go beyond aapka below this. After adding this B aapka, I have to increase this one, right? So this is something aapka that will cost you a JIB certification preparation aapka, right? So that doesn't mean, like sometime I saw like there are some people who will come and they speak anything aapka, like they didn't pass the examination after taking course. So you have to study first of all, right? So you have to study things aapka, right? So if you'll not study, no one can help you in that case. So your motive, if your motive is clear, you want to build the concept, you want to study, then only go for this one. Otherwise, there is no point of wasting your 2,000 and wasting the time itself, right? So this is something what we have discussed. So this price is related to your आपका when you'll go for the registration process 4,000 and 1,300 आपका for the next attempt, right? So the entire area when it comes to JIB examination, there is no negative marking. We have this is certification for the bankers, and I'll not suggest non-bankers as of now, right? Because you guys already have lined up your number of examination. There is no negative marking in this case. 50% aggregate. Anyhow, you have to target 50% marks, आपका, right? And this is the requirement. If you go for 40, so your aggregate should be 200, आपका, right? So all these are the 4 subjects which are part of your curriculum. Each subject will contain 100 question for 100 marks, 1 hour 20 minutes, and you have to individually pass all the examination. Minimum आपका 45 if you go for the single attempt and आपका to pass this one. Then the process, this we will talk around the August also, August 26th, once they'll release the date. The date are already there, but the enrollment, they'll start taking enrollment. We'll talk about this one, and this is the one, right? So I'll give my number. This is my number. If you guys have anything, 8319639668. So if you guys having any query, any doubt आपका, you can just and if you need any guidance, I'm not related to course only, like if you stuck with something, so this is my number. You can just ping me on WhatsApp. So I'll get back to you and we will arrange a call and we can discuss the areas itself, right? So my suggestion is कि start आपका early, start with 1 or 2 subjects, or on regular basis if you contribute 2 hours आपका, that is more than sufficient. If you even 1.5 hours, 2 type of strategy you can keep. One is like in the, let's say, throughout the week, every day 1 or 2 hours, or else on weekend. The another plan आपका, plan B is weekend आपका, so you can watch all those particular live recordings. Better कि आपका consume on daily basis, because that will help you. And that, like, because if you'll miss 1 week, that load will increase in next week. 2 week content will be there. So go for regular, just build your habit with live classes. If you have a proper schedule, so that will help you to manage your curriculum also. All right, guys. So I wish you all the very best for your preparation, and I have given you my number also. If you need anything or any help आपका, you can just ping me on WhatsApp. So I'll get back to you and we'll discuss the issue and we'll try to solve those particular one. So wish you all the very best for your preparation, guys. Soon we will be starting with the classes. In this batch we will be starting classes from 1st July itself, for both English medium as well as आपका bilingual thing. So 1st July onwards we will be doing classes. Before that, I'll come up with the subject wise strategy and everything that will help you. Okay, so this is it. Bye, take care all, and all the very best for your preparation, guys. Thank you.